Good evening and welcome. Now you're watching your favorite lifestyle and entertainment show right here on SABC News Channel 404. Now this is where we keep you up to date with the latest trends, and I'm your host, Tisetso Masike. Now do interact with us on social media platform using our @Trendz on SABC. That's on Twitter. Now shall we? If you are a but coffee first person, then this caffeinated segment is for you. Now, tea and coffee lovers sip their favorite beverages in every season. Now, whether this is hot or cold for various reasons, and throughout the year, more tea and coffee trends have been emerging globally, and the taste gets more intriguing with every blend. Now, our show producer, Silepe Maifadi, went to Parkwood in Jozi to check out the latest coffee tastes for this season. Let's have a look.
Hey Trendz, so as temperatures are dropping, it's time for us to switch from those cold drinks into something a bit warmer. I'm here with Yandi, who's going to tell us a bit more about what we can have, what's cool to have when it comes to your coffees and your warmer drinks. What is this? Well, I see it's got a bit of, it looks like a crushed pretzel. What are we having here?
Yeah, it's actually one of the finest we're going to launch for autumn. It's a salted caramel pretzel drink, which is quite in a range of hot and cold. So the whole idea is to create that sense of warmth and memories on your way to autumn, and so that it can be easy for you to gel into that autumn season. It comes as a hot chocolate and as a frappuccino. So we can offer it iced as well if you want. So it's got rich, sweet delicacy in it, and it gives you that spark and feel of warmth and belonging. The major focus will be the chocolatey one, which is quite delicious. It's a go-to. I'm not a sweet tooth person, but this is not sweet. This is not less of any bitterness or anything. It's just balanced. Just amazing.
So is this the chocolate one? Because I'm a chocolate girl.
Trust me.
Okay. And there's pretzels also. Tell us about why pretzels as a sprinkler. Because usually you find more like, you know, sugary things as a sprinkle.
So to give it that crunchy feel in your cream while you're enjoying that delicate cup, that's where this comes in. To give it that look, that garnish, that taste profile, that experience in crunchy feel as well.
Well, I'm always afraid of having drinks that have a lot of foam and stuff on top because I don't know how to maneuver. So, I mean, how do I go about it?
Cool. So it's a simple one. It will be more of you gulping. Now you're gonna put your mouth. Yep. And then try to open it up and gulp. Yes, you tilt the cup, not your head, or the cup, so that you get the actual experience. It's gonna be cold and hot.
Going everywhere.
You are advised to stay however you enjoy it. It'll easily taste now, and also it gets to cool down the temperature so that it's easy to drink. Please give it a spin now.
Let me try. Okay. I felt the rush of emotions hit me. I'm ready to be nostalgic. I get what you mean. It's nice and warm, not too sugary, just very balanced. And I usually put in sugar in most of my drinks, but no, you don't need it. Tell me, do you like caffeine?
I think that's a trick question. I think caffeine flows through my veins. Whoa. If you know me, you know that.
Okay. So you must definitely be happy about the fact that there's new things that we can have for the autumn to break down the everyday normal drinks that you've been having, right?
Yes, I'm a cappuccino lover, but you know, it's always nice having a little pretzel drink here, a raspberry drink there. But yeah, no, I'm loving the chocolatey, pretzely flavor.
So, are you a caffeine lover?
I wouldn't say, but I guess after today, after the frappuccino, I guess I would definitely come back for that. Mm-hmm. But caffeine, like every day, not really.
If you're going out and you're trying to switch up from all the cold beverages that we've been having, because of course we are in autumn.
In Bev.
Will you switch it up for something like that off a menu?
I would definitely. I mean, I have been hitting them shots. So this would calm me down, keep me cool, keep me relaxed. And I like the cold one better than it's sweeter, and I like sweet things. So yeah.
We're in autumn. We need to be moving into warmer drinks. Why are we still opting for things that are cold?
Personally, I prefer the cold drinks in winter because I actually don't have a good reason. I don't have a good reason. It's
Definitely not about the season.
It's not about the season. It's about the taste, and it's worth it. I will be cold. I will sacrifice being cold to have this drink.
So that's as far as caffeine lovers are taking it. Denal will be cold just so that she can have a great drink in the autumn. I mean, who does that? But Trendz, let us know what your flavor is. If you're gonna have it cold or warm, it's all up to you. It's not about the seasons. It's about how you want to enjoy your caffeine. So all the caffeine lovers, we'll check you. Thank you.
Now, welcome back from the break. Now, art galleries feature exhibitions that often provoke deep thoughts and feelings. It is no wonder the Goth Institute, in collaboration with the Vet School Arts History of Arts, is in hosting a unique display as part of the Young Curators Incubator and Tangled Intimacies, discussing and embracing ecological chaos and actually embodying it. Let's find out what that entails.
Tangled Intimacies is an exhibition that seeks to consider the implications of climate change. Let's find out how 3 locally based artists navigate the theme here at the Goethe Institute Gallery in Johannesburg. Come with me.
Embracing ecological chaos and embodying it. The project hopes to find different ways of relating to more than human worlds through art performance and text. Entangled Intimacies is a collection curated by MA student Rory Thomas.
So I call the exhibition Entangled Intimacies because to me it's very important to understand that we are intimately, closely, inherently connected to the natural world. By asserting that the exhibition aims to avoid anthropocentric thinking, we are trying to assert that the work doesn't intend to center the human. The idea is to try to avoid always making the human kind of the yardstick. The human isn't really meant to be the be-all and end-all of life. And through the exhibition, we're trying to consider breaking down the idea of the human as the top of the food chain and rather have it as sort of a network of other beings through and within which we collaborate.
Io, you're one of the artists in the Entangled Intimacies. Tell us how your work responded to the theme.
This piece here that I've worked with, I've embedded grass seeds that are endemic to the Soweto high-veld grass biome, and it's an endangered biome in the region due to urbanization and agriculture. I wanted to bring that conversation into this exhibition, and I made this sculpture, and very simply it is seeds in some plaster. And the idea is that over the duration of the exhibition, it was an experiment to keep this moist and see how the grass survives. It still is growing and going to grow. So I will continue to water it. And the idea is that eventually this will all break down and crumble down. With this piece, people have the opportunity to observe that kind of growth and transformation happening in a very confined structure. So it's like this idea of the nature and the structure around nature kind of doing a dance.
In my drawing practice, I only use sumi ink and charcoal. And for me, sumi ink is this idea of physically drawing with meaning rather than drawing for drawing. So in my Chinese culture, when we pray to our ancestors at home, we usually burn objects so that they go to heaven as meaning. So whenever I draw, you have to grind this ink on a stone and then mix it with water, so it's like giving it life, like another life again. And then using that to draw. So for me, it's physically drawing with meaning. To have this idea of a closed space that you have to encounter yourself and really question what ideas of identity and space and our earth surrounding us and what it means. During COVID, I started learning how to use digital practices as a means of sculpting and understanding that idea of space. So because there was a lack of materials, I started using Blender, which is a 3D program that you can use on your computer. And I sculpted this drawing out on it, and then to understand what is within the air, what is with the space that we embody.
Artist Natalie Panning's space features new experiential and predominantly installation-based works, and mood music also enhances the artistic experiences.
One of the central concerns for Natalie in her artistic practice is the dichotomy or relationship between the natural and the artificial, or what we perceive as natural or artificial. And so in this space, she was really drawn to considering the idea of the generation of electricity as a quite sort of relatively dirty process, and particularly in relation to kind of the energy crises that we obviously understand in South Africa intimately. This product has been constructed by Natalie as sort of a solution or a homegrown solution to your own green energy. We see the tree is the central power source in this room. So it connects to all the TVs and the sound installation in the area, and it broadcasts to these 3 screens, which are all playing individual video works by Natalie, which help to illuminate the idea and relate to the concept.
Art, another opportunity to understand the relationship we intimately share with the planet.
Now, he rose to internet fame seemingly overnight thanks to a collaboration with none other than American singer and songwriter John Legend on TikTok. Now, South African musician Mthanda Sokacha had been posting content on the video sharing app for months, but it wasn't until John Legend stumbled upon one of his videos and decided to duet with him. Now, Gacha is a sought-after influencer and content creator, using his platform to spread positivity and inspire others with his powerful message of self-love and acceptance. Now, he's with us in studio to talk about his journey, his nominations, and his new music. Sir, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me once again.
Amazing to have you. Now, I want to start off here. I want you to brag. John Legend. Come on. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about that whole collaboration. How did it come about?
It started off on TikTok, obviously. It became a trend. He came to the country, decided to reach out for us to perform. Together for 2 nights, and we later decided to have black coffee on the song, so we officially did a remix. It has me and black coffee. So then I want us to go back in time, just to travel back, right? From the beginning of when you started music, where did the inspiration come from, and the love of music, how was it inspired? Music has always been a part of my life. From primary, I was part of the school choir.
Nice.
Again, in high school, I was part of the school choir. But yeah, I tried pretty much, everything. At some point, I was a soccer player. I was a dancer, I just tried a lot of things, but I felt like music is where I really, excelled at. This is one thing that I did, and I felt like this is what I really am meant to be.
And I'm definitely sure when you're playing soccer, you're a striker, because the shots that you're shooting in your music career, my guy, it's beautiful, right? So what's the long-term plan with your music career? Where do you see yourself, let's say, in the next 5-10 years?
I'm aiming for, the global recognition. Right now, I have a song that is meant to drop globally. It's actually a song I dropped in 2020, and it just came back because I posted a snippet of one of my TV performances, and then it started going viral globally with, all these big stars reaching out, the likes of Queen Latifah also complimenting the song. So yeah, we decided let's just re-release that song, but it's just a broken down version now. It's no longer the dance version. So I'm looking to drop that, and yeah, man, I just want to be not just a local but a global artist. So in the next 5 years, if I can be, a well-known global artist, maybe with 1 Grammy, I'd be happy.
Oh, so we're looking for a Grammy. We're aiming for the Grammy.
Even the collabs that we're busy with, the target is the Grammy now.
Definitely. So now you've mentioned all these big names, being tagged and complimented by your Queen Latifahs, having to work with your black coffee, now having to go back to the wonderful part, the John Legend part, right? Do you still have a list of artists that you'd say, Guti, but I still want to work with this one?
Yeah, there's plenty. I have Ed Sheeran. I'm a huge fan of Ed Sheeran. Adele.
Yeah.
But also African brothers who are doing great abroad, the likes of Fireboy. I'd be happy if I could work with Fireboy.
Yes.
I'd be happy if I could work with Burna Boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then with the social media having influenced your career, would you just comment a bit on the power of social media and how it had influenced or even helped you grow as a musician?
Yeah, I mean, social media is the new TV now. I mean, people are mostly on their phones than they are on actual TV.
Yeah.
It is important to make use of it because even a kid young as 14 years is on, you know. So it's just about how you use it, you know. So for some of us who are using it to spread a positive message, it really is paying off quite well. So yeah, social media is very important. You just gotta make sure you use it, you know, the right way because social media can do a lot of good and bad at the same time.
And as much as you said social media is the new TV, please stick to the real TV. Just tell us a bit about your music. How do we access your music? How do we find you? How do we support you? And how do we learn to also love your music?
I'm available on all social media platforms. TikTok, Mthandazo Gaja.
Yes.
Instagram, Mthandazo Gaja. Twitter, Mthandazo Gaja. Facebook, Mthandazo Gaja. Yeah, just follow the pages and there's links there to my music. Sometimes you can just Google Mthandazo Gaja. It will link you to all the relevant stores. Yeah.
Welcome back and thank you for keeping tuned. This is still Trendz Live. Now, although it is a very much unheard of sport, roller derby has made its way to Johannesburg. Now, this fun, high-intensity social sport is a unique experience and a popular take on the traditional version of roller skating. Now, show producer Asanda Zondi joined Golden City Rollers in Tefontein, south of Johannesburg, to learn everything one needs to know about this kind of sport and to level up as a skater. Well, the question is, did she make it? I think it's a zan, but let's have a look.
Yeah, but when it comes to adventure, your new experience and growing and learning about new things, La on Trendz, we got you. Today we are going to be learning about a sport called roller derby. It's been around, apparently it's common in USA, but I didn't know about it. So if you want to try something different, if you want to wake up one day and try this roller derbying, just to blow off some steam, I'm going to plug you. Let's learn more about it. Okamanje, yeah, she roller skates and I'm struggling to stay stable, so It's
a full contact sport on roller skates. It's mostly played by women around the world, and yeah, you're going to see a little bit of it tonight.
Roller derby, like Amy said, is a full contact sport played on quad roller skates, so the 4 wheels. And what we do essentially is we play, the easiest way to describe it is rugby with no ball. So we tackle each other and we use each other as a point scorer while others are trying to make sure that you don't score points whilst trying to make your team score points actually. It's very confusing.
Okay, I saw you there. You were giving like the ladies some warm up and all of that. How does that help with the whole sport or participating in the whole game?
So we're very particular about keeping our skaters warm and injury free. A lot of our people who find us didn't really play sports before they came to roller derby. It's a really cool sport that invites everyone from every background to come and play with us. So a big part of us is making sure our skaters are fit and keeping them, helping prevent injuries.
I'm trying this for the first time and it looks like I might lose a tooth or two. The safety measures, guys, for someone doing it for the first time, what should they be on the lookout for?
So we try and make our league as inclusive as possible. So we have everything. So you could come here never having skated before, never having even put wheels on your feet, and we have everything from helmets to elbow guards to wrist guards to knee guards to skates. We make sure that you are safe before you even skate. And because we teach people who have never skated before, we really do take that quite seriously.
You're saying this is a female sport, and I saw guys here during the warm-up session. What's that about?
So because we're quite a small league, South Africa roller derby is still quite a small sport. In America there's over 400 roller derby leagues, and in South Africa there's only 3 at the moment. So we're still quite small. Roller derby is still quite unknown. I mean, you didn't know about it. So we let anybody skate with us. The men practice with us. A lot of them actually become referees. But when we travel internationally, like we travel to Mexico in November, and we're planning on traveling to Europe in February, our men cannot skate in our charter team.
I've been watching you busy pushing people there. How do you know that you've won on this game?
So the idea is that you've got one person, which is a jammer, and they've got the star on their head. And then you've got 4 blockers, which try and prevent that jammer from getting through. So when the jammer gets through, all 4 blockers, they then score 4 points, and then they go around and they try and do it again. And you do that in bouts of 2 minutes. So at the end of the game, they count the scores, and whoever's got the biggest score wins.
For how long have you been doing rally derby?
So I've been a part of GCR for around, I think, 4 or 5 years, but I've only been skating for around 2 years, but it's been a lot of fun.
How do you feel when you are busy there doing your thing, engaging in this whole sport? What does it do for you?
I feel strong. I feel strong and I feel powerful. I love derby because it's a sport where strong women are celebrated. It's great that you are strong. It's great that you have muscles. It's great that you're big. Like, there's a place for everyone in the team, and I feel strong and I feel important.
I've been skating since 2011. So it's more than 10 years now.
Okay, you are saying you've been skating since 2011. What's the difference is there any difference between roller derbying and skating?
Yeah, well, skating is just rolling around, doing fancy tricks. But in roller derby, it's a full contact sport. So we're hitting each other, we're bashing each other. There's a lot of agility to it.
You think if I'm angry after like work or someone is purposefully trying me at home, can I just come and do roller derby to blow some steam?
It's a great way to blow off steam. We try and we like to say that it's aggressive but not violent. But yeah, if you want to blow off some steam after you've had a long day, it's a great activity.
That actually looked nice. I think the next activity I'm trying is that one. Now, the only way to spread peace is to have peace inside you, they say. But how do you achieve that inner peace? Now, that's where yoga come in, amongst others. With some of the yoga philosophies and training, you can achieve such peace. Now, we learn more about the sacred practice at the Sivananda School of Yoga in Parkview in Johannesburg.
Yoga is I would call it an applied spiritual science, which is not religion specific, by the way, intended to take us out of darkness, ignorance, superstition, fear, towards a state of enlightenment which liberates us from all of that. Yoga means yoked, really, or attempting to be yoked to God. And that's what yoga is all about. Most yogis worldwide do not do these postures and exercises which you saw, but they are very, very beneficial. They provide a wonderful foundation, and we find that those who practice them get a benefit which is rather important in these very difficult times, in that they find that they are becoming less stressed. They can take life's problems in their stride. They're just a lot more comfortable in themselves and less fearful about the present or the future.
What are the different kinds or types of yoga?
It's actually an integral science, and you'll hear terms like Hatha Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Kriya Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, that sort of thing. But they're all, in fact, ingredients of the one science of yoga. It provides a traditional background and requires no one to change religion in order to practice it. Anyone can practice yoga because it is what all religions ultimately are trying to do, bring one closer to God. What you saw earlier hatha consists of asana, which is posture. Originally it means seat, but it's now taken to mean any posture used in yoga, asana. Bandha, kriya, mudra. Bandha is a locking of the body in a certain position in order to produce a particular energy flow in a particular direction. Kriya, which means process. Mudra means an energy directing posture or gesture. They're all part of it. And it's designed to lead eventually to what is called pranayama, which means life force control. Control of the breath of life, control of the energy flowing in your body. Because when you get control of that, then you are no longer disturbed by the processes of the body, the itches and the twitches and the whatever, when you are trying to meditate. So it all leads towards that, and then meditation is what takes you to the ultimate. Because without even knowing the philosophy behind all this, but just doing these things, we find that people lose their stresses and their anxieties. They're able to cope better.
Now, for quite some time, I'm sure you've been hearing black is back. That's the outfit. It makes sense, right? Now, the Metro FM Music Awards are back, and this year, and of course, we would not miss out on all the action. Now, Nkosazana and Silepe are out there, and we'll be bringing you all the vibes from the infamous black carpet and backstage as the winners grab these massive awards. But for now, Nkosazana is taking a sneak peek out there just to show us what's happening, what's the fun all about, and what to expect tomorrow. Nkosazana, hello.
Well, Deseto, I can tell you that the buzz and excitement is palpable tonight as rehearsals are underway for the Metro FM Music Awards 2023 happening tomorrow evening at Mbombela Stadium. And of course, the Metro's return after a 5-year break to celebrate the legends and the fresh faces of the South African music industry. Now, I'm joined by one of the hosts who will be carrying us through tomorrow's event, Alfie Mkhwanazi. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for having me. How are you? You look stunning.
Thank you. Now, this is a great moment for me. I'm seeing my favorite TikToker in person.
Please. Thank you so much.
And of course, tomorrow will be a great moment for you too. I mean, this is a big platform. What does it mean for you?
Of course, this is a world-class event. What the Metros have done here, the team is incredible. The production is crazy. Everyone is really bringing their A game. I mean, it's been a 6-year break, actually. So, we're all excited. The performers are crazy. And of course, I'll be holding it down as one of the black carpet hosts along with Uzanele Potelwa. So we're all just in it to win it, We've got incredible artists that are performing. You've got Uhle Ntombela who's going to be pulling through gospel. You've got Big Zulu who's pulling, almost Big Zulu. Nomfundo Mo is also going to be on stage. So the entertainment is going to be really, really insane. I hope people are getting their tickets. Guys, have you gotten your tickets? Sise Mbombela, come through.
South Africans are excited for this moment, but I also want to know which faces will we be seeing presenting some of the awards? Can you give us some, inside info?
Now, I can't go too hectic, right? But you've got some of the people from Metro FM. I know Kutso Teledi is going to be presenting an award. I mean, she's amazing. She's incredible. I think DJ Sabi is probably going to be presenting an award. And we've got a few other sponsors and a few other individuals that are going to be popping up. I can't say much because I need you here to see it for yourself.
How should people rock up?
Now, of course, our theme is Black is Back. It's just going to the black child, Just make sure when you're elegant in your blacks, looking stunning. We should all look amazing. Make sure you are comfortable also, because people rock up in heels and stuff, and then you can't walk, or you've got this big outfit that is now covering people's faces and they can't see. So make sure you look elegant, nice. Black is back. I'm rooting for my friends. Of course, Shay's here, Brenda Mtambo, definitely they're here. I enjoy Big Zulu, guys. I enjoy his music. I enjoy Nomfundo as well. So, and of course, our piano artist, I'm So I'm excited about them as well. And you're really excited about the world-class performances that are going to be here. The red carpet starts broadcasting at 6:30 on SABC 1, and the show goes live at 8 p.m. also on SABC 1. It's going to be incredible.
Thank you so much for your time. I wish you all the best for tomorrow.
Thank you so much for having me. Let's see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Get your tickets. Bobella.
The atmosphere is absolutely electrifying. I went backstage earlier and oh my, all I can tell you is it's going to be awesome tomorrow. So make sure that you all tune in to SABC 1 at 8 p.m. Back to you.
Thank you, Nkosazana. Now you have heard it here on Trendz Live. We have confirmed for you the stage is ready, the artists are ready, the MCs are ready. Simelewe. Now all roads lead to Umbombela. Listen, the Metro FM Awards. But for now, let's go for a cricket break. And meanwhile, buy your ticket. We'll be back. Stay tuned. Now, did you know that Fynbos is not only reserved for botanical gardeners and coastal landscape? Now, you can grow our indigenous glory from your backyard anywhere in Mzansi with the Fynbos Festival, a 14-day event presented by the Fynbos Finders Cooperative currently underway. Trendz Live producer Asanda Zondi had a sit-down with the industry expert to get a full scoop on how and why Fynbos is a plant that me and you actually need. Now, these species is really a marvel of nature, beauty, I tell you, deserving of our attention and care. Let's have a look and learn a bit.
Fynbos, a name that originates from an old Dutch word, fine bush. It refers not to one, but all plants associated with mountains of South Africa's Cape region. Other familiar names found in Fynbos are heathers, irises, orchids, as well as members of the citrus, pea and carrots families. If you love flowers and plants, Zwagalagai, we're about to teach you something new today. Ricardo, welcome to Trendz.
Thank you. Well, thank you for having me. Yeah.
Let's do like an introduction to Fynbos. What is that?
Fynbos is a plant that shares that biome and shares that environment and ecosystem with proteas. Protea essentially is a Fynbos. It's a type of Fynbos, and Fynbos it's vast. I think people think about when they say Fynbos, they don't really know what you're talking about until you say a protea, which everybody knows a protea, which we know that this is the protea by pink ice, and Fynbos are made up of thousands of different types of plants, flowers, greens. The list goes endless. I think it's interesting that our national flower is seen as this great, beautiful thing. I mean, our cricket team are the Proteas, but no one really knows about Fynbos. And that's basically a part of our national flower species. It only grows in the Western Cape, really. There are types of Fynbos in the Drakensberg and more mountainous regions. I think that's where they really thrive.
This time of the year, would you recommend growing this kind of plant?
There's different variants that flower at different times of the year. So every season you'll get different types of erica. I mean, we'll take a look at the erica, and that's kind of January to May when our ericas, our pink ericas specifically, flower. And so you get this mass of pink ericas that work within the space.
I'm curious about one thing. I had a conversation with so many people who own like botanists, people who own flower shops, and they couldn't make it due to COVID. And we've way past that. And how are you surviving after the whole COVID situation?
Look, we're very new. The company itself, we can say we were born last week. We're still very in our inception. We've been involved with the farm and with the Overberg region for the past couple of years, but we started this brand this year. We basically started this year. And we're kind of just slowly working our way into the industry. I think there's a monopoly on flowers at the moment. I mean, 70% of the world's flowers go through the Netherlands, the market in the Netherlands, and then most of Johannesburg's or South Africa's flowers go through multi-flora market in Johannesburg. And we're trying to change that idea of how people see the mass market of flowers and the monopoly of flowers. The market for Fynbos globally is massive. It's insane. It's unreal if you think about how much Fynbos actually gets exported in terms of our national flowers. And it's that we need to, as South Africans, come together and embrace it and celebrate it more, and celebrate the people who look after and kind of have been looking after these flowers in these areas for the last 4 generations.
I'm a fynbos. Is it something you can gift someone? Is it ideal to have it in your house? Can I have like a garden, like a home garden full of fynbos?
Fynbos are for all occasions. I've seen fynbos being used in funerals because there's so many different variants. There's a Niobe, which is white, purple and black. Birthdays, weddings, home decor. I think within gardens, they're a very tricky plant to start growing in the beginning because you have to grow them from seed. Some of them, I think there are some variants. I may be mistaken that you can clone, but you have to grow from seed. And to get them started is super tricky. But once they are started, they're very resilient and they're very strong.
Can I use fynbos to garnish my gin?
There are types of fynbos that you can use in your drinks as garnish. You can maybe just use it as like ornamental. It looks nice, but there are things that give flavor and give that extra edge. We can go through the menu, but like I said, Tanzara has put together this beautiful curated fynbos cocktails for us. And then the chef at Mzini has also put together this amazing fynbos menu. So we also try some of these fynbos.
Okay, so even in the food, this plant is doing everything. Hey, it's for everything basically.
There's medical applications for fynbos. A lot of people as traditional medicine. Fynbos is a traditional medicine. We can use it in foods. We can use it in decoration. I think it's a multi-purpose plant.
So, if you are a plant enthusiast, head to the award-winning community restaurant Mzini in Western, which is currently turned into an interactive flower shop, surrounding you with floral, arts, and the experience of fynbos.
Now, let's all admit it, finding the next spot is not an easy job. Well, we do the finding so that you can do all the exploring. Now, we all have preferences when it comes to food and drinks. Now, Miha Restaurant in Melrose Arc not only offers a peaceful and intimate environment, but a variety of classic halal meals and all the kind of non-alcoholic beverages for non-drinkers. Let's have a look.
Right now we are at this amazing restaurant to experience their different delicious meals. And you know me, I'm a foodie. But nonetheless, let's speak to Abdullah Mia. Abdullah, hi, how are you?
I'm very well. Thank you for joining us here.
Thank you so much. Tell us everything that we need to know about this place, please.
We wanted to be able to, in Melrose Arch, be able to give people an experience of whatever you feel in the mood for, you can have. So starting with, there's two components. One is the classic dining and casual. So the whole idea is to be able to say to people, you can come to a place in this kind of ambience, in this location, and you can go, what am I feeling in the mood for? Am I feeling for something a little casual today, or am I feeling for something a little bit more classic dining? So that's got those two dimensions, but then we've also got another layer over that, and that is really what we want, is that combination, that variety, where you can have Western meals and you can have Eastern. So not only is it classic and casual, it's also Western and Eastern. So on your Western side, you've got your steaks, you've got your burgers, you've got your pizza, you've got your pasta, your Italian pastas, you've got your Portuguese prawns. And on your Eastern side, you've got your prawn curry, you've got your king club curry, you've got sushi, we've got Asian prawns as well on the menu, you've got your Mediterranean shashuka. So it gives you the variety of casual and classic and Western and Eastern. So the next dish I'm really excited to present to you is our red masala prawn curry. Okay?
Smells really nice.
Well, the whole idea behind it is exactly that. You should be able to get the fragrance of a very spicy meal. It's spicy but not hot. But however, if you want it hot, we will add, more heat into it. But it's one of those that we start off it as mild so that it's accessible to everybody.
Wonderful. And then I understand you serve halal dishes. What does that mean?
So I think for a lot of people on the food side, it really doesn't have a major bearing for somebody who doesn't need halal offering. Obviously, halal means that a Muslim clientele can come here and they can eat from our fare. All the meats, etc., are all halal. All the ingredients that we use are halal, certified as halal. So from that side, if you're a non-halal person, you won't notice the difference. You won't feel the difference. So we have a number of guests that have come here for their birthdays, for their anniversaries. We've even had little weddings here as well, small groups of weddings. But we really feel quite honored that people go, that they find it's a beautiful setting. As I was saying earlier, because we're halal, all of our drinks are virgin. So today here you have 2 virgin cocktails for you, or as they're called, mocktails. You have the electric lemonade with your syrups, your cordial in there, your strawberry daiquiri with fresh strawberries. And so what people can have here is be able to get the sense and the enjoyment of a cocktail. It just happens to be virgin. And like I said, it now allows you to enjoy that as well as being able to drink and drive.
What I love most about this is that I can finally go to a place and drink whatever that I want, not alcohol. Cheers.
As she said, clearly it tastes very good. Now we have explored, we traveled, we sipped, we ate, but that's all that we had in store for you. You know how they always say time flies when you're having fun. And just like that, an hour is gone. But do join us next week, same time, same place. That's on DSTV channel 404, SABC News at 8 p.m. Such a reminders. From me, Tisetso Masike, and everyone behind the camera. Goodbye.